Hello, everybody. Thank you again for coming back and joining the Wedding Game, Chapter 35. I am Victoria L., and we are super duper excited to be back for our second season and our second episode. Now, let me remind you, if you've missed other ones, please feel free to go watch the other season so you can catch up. Please feel free to go visit our page on Facebook, The Wedding Game, Chapter 35. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. We're everywhere. So, as well as Twitter. So please feel free to join us again. Now, let me tell you who we have today. We have my sister Maggie, my sister Tanya, and my sister Cherie. Hello, with the braids. I love it. Everybody looks so refreshed. Come through. So we're going to talk about today, as if you watched the last episode, we talked about catching up on what we're doing and COVID and all these different things and what we're going to talk about. So this episode, we ended saying, how important is physical attraction to you? And we're going to be honest, okay? We're not going to be just saying all like, well, what are you specifically attracted to? And does that matter if you're going to give somebody a chance or not? So who would like to bring that in? Actually, I'm just going to call on him. Maggie, let's go.
Yes, so is attraction important? I would say yes. Attraction is important. I need to have that physical, but also in this time, I don't want to say physical is less, but if you really get to know someone, sometimes that friendship connection and that spiritual connection makes somebody look that much more attractive, right? When I think about, the pretty boys and people that were always attracted to people, and if they acted like they were super arrogant and acted like they couldn't even say hey to you, oh, you got that much uglier on the scale, okay? So from that perspective, I think sometimes you have to give somebody, now, if they just straight out ugly to you and like you look at them and be like, I can't never look at you like you handsome or cute or something that you like. I love a beautiful smile. Mm-hmm. I love just that confidence. So I don't know. I'm not big on big guys, small guys, whatever. Y'all know I can deal with whatever. Like, right, like we can roll. Let's rock and roll. But I personally have to be attracted to you. Like something about you has to be cute to me. Right? You might not be the greatest thing to everybody else, but if you're attracted, and I see you cute and handsome and I got that look, okay, I like him. But really, y'all, at this point, it's the spiritual connection and the friendship. Like I've learned friendship is essential. Like friendship, somebody I can talk to and communicate with and on everything. Like friendship, and I really learned that within the past 2 years, honestly. Friendship is key. And I think that's what makes things long-standing. And so, yes, you have to be cute to me. I can't look at you and just be like, I do not really. Right. If I have that like flicker in my spirit or that check in my spirit that I really can't look at you and I think you're cute, we can't. It's not gonna work out.
Mm-hmm. It's not. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll be back on that one too. Yes. Next, who will take it next?
I'll go next. So I was thinking about the guys that have approached me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, most of them actually look like, I guess we would say look presentable, like physically they are attractive. I think a lot of women would think that they are attractive. So and the only reason why I say that, because I'm like, if somebody that I'm not like physically attracted to, I don't know if I would give them the time of day because I have not experienced that yet. So most of the guys that I have experienced with, like I actually like them off bat. But when I ask other people, like my fellow sister, they be like, yeah, girl, he cute. Yeah, girl, he good. Like they look at him like, oh, okay, yeah, he cute enough. You know what I'm saying? And then when your personality come in, like Maggie say, once it goes that good. Y'all, don't be coming up in here with these dry personalities. Don't be coming up in here with these fake personalities, because you find it out. That's what take your physical attractiveness down. Because you're coming in here with the fakeness. We're not. Stop it. We can point them out. Don't even do it. Don't even try it. Like I think I know for me personally that I'm more attracted to truth. I'm more attracted to, the spirit behind the person. I'm more attracted to those things. And that boosts your either boost it up or bring it down. So.
Okay. That's fair.
Right.
Miss Tanya, what you think?
I would say, of course, if you look good, you're going to catch my eye a little bit longer. But it's really about, to me, your approach, and I am really big on personality. So I would say yes. Okay. I would say in my mind, how you look matters to me, but over time, I'm just gonna throw it out there. You don't have to be the best looking guy in the room. And I'm straight up. And when I look back on my track record, it was not the best looking guy in the room that got my attention. And I'm just gonna be honest. So I can say, if you want to catch my eye, I would say, for me to say, oh, does he look good? Yes. But if y'all watched the last episode, okay, you can look good, but that don't mean I'm going to approach you. So I guess in a sense, it matters on a smaller scale for me, because who approaches me is more so about confidence and personality, because over time, I find that that's what turns me on. I'm just like, oh my goodness, he said what? Okay, he's stepping up and taking charge. Okay, he about that business. Okay, he know how to lift me up in prayer and in my business and in my character. You know what I'm saying? He know how to teach me a little something. So that's why I'm like, okay, that's what really attracts me. And I think all of us, personality, spirituality, all of that definitely overpowers the physical at any time. But I will say this, no matter how much, confidence you got, if you come with bad hygiene, it's no go. Okay? You can be the best looking, abs, back, bone, plaque out, everything.
Oh man,
It really does matter.
I love it. But it's so true. But it's so true, because at the end of the day, it's like you're not even taking care of yourself, or you don't even acknowledge and say, "Hey, my bad. I just came back from playing basketball. You know, I was doing this, that, and the third. Okay, then I could. All right, but just stay your distance. I don't want to smell it, but I appreciate you telling me at least like a heads up, instead of just coming at me like, "Hey, girl, what's up?"
Doing all this,
and those are the ones that don't get another chance.
Exactly. It's over. Before it even began. So we lost Tanya, but she's coming back. So okay, this is the thing. Oh, since she brought up, well, I'll bring hygiene up, the story about hygiene, when she comes back. So okay, for me, Victoria, do looks really matter? Okay, looks, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And not everybody's my cup of tea. I like what I like. And it's not that they have to be like Maggie said, you don't have to be the finest man in the room. I actually would prefer that you not be. Actually, I would prefer you back, Tanya. Yes, we're back. Okay.
That wasn't nothing but the devil, honey. Nothing but the devil. Excuse me.
We're Tanya.
It's nothing. My screen just popped off. I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
Nothing but the devil.
Well, we waiting on our sister to come back, guys, and she'll be back. Okay. So we're just gonna move forward because the whole thing with the hygiene, Cherie brought that up as well. And then, okay, so let me just piggyback and tell you what I like, and then we're gonna come back to the hygiene.
Okay.
So I like what I like. And Tanya and I have discussed this with multiple times. thank God that us four friends never liked the same guy.
Yes.
We never liked the same guy. We never liked the same type. We never like, which that's great because that's rare.
Right.
That's very, very rare. Because there's so many guys out here, and you be like, oh, he's funny. Oh, he is funny. Well, I thought he was funny first. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't do that. So, you know what I'm saying? Hello. But we're not going to do that. And I think that's really, really amazing, a part of our friendship. And for me, I mean, I love basketball. So, of course, I like basketball types. I used to until that don't mean nothing. You looking like you play basketball means nothing to what's going on in your heart, what's going on in your mind, what's going on in where you want to go in life. I've dated short ones, I've dated tall ones, I've dated big ones, I've dated small ones. I've dated all of them. So I think, but again, I must be attracted to you. I'm sorry, that's just me. I have to be attracted because, like I said, most people don't think nobody thinks this one person, everybody, oh, she fine. Some people think like, oh, she's not my cup of tea. And that's okay. But as long as you're not bashing nobody because you don't like how they look.
Right.
I'm not with that because that means you're shallow, which is not attractive. So yeah, I'm not attracted to like qualities. Qualities really attract me. Like, if he thinks about me first, if he hits me up, all this like, oh, I was thinking about you. And I thought thoughtfulness is like, dang, he thought about me. Oh, that's what's up. And it won't be me just thinking about him all the time. Say he puts me first in certain things, you know what I'm saying? He'll say, oh, well, I know you want to do this, so I thought maybe you could do this, like, to expand my dreams. That is amazing attraction right there. But yes, you got to look good. I'm sorry. To me, you got to look good to me. You got to look good to the world, but you got to look good to me. Because who look good to me don't look good to Cherie. Who look good to Cherie don't look good to me, Tanya, Maggie. Maggie got people, Tanya got people. We don't have the same type. So it don't matter. And as we get older, the type changes. I know that to be true. My type has evolved since as I got older. And it wasn't, maybe because when you're younger, it was very shallow. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Shallow.
I remember the first season I was talking about how I liked like a whole bunch of light skinned dudes. Like
you did.
That was my thing because I was like, oh, we mesh because I'm dark, you light, and we can we can have cute babies. Like I was in that
like pretty eyes, they're gonna be so fine.
Right. Right. That shallow state of mind. Okay. But
it doesn't. We lost our sister again. She'll be back because she's gonna come and tell us about the devil. I push her off again. And it doesn't matter because we're here and we're talking and she's back in 5, 4. There you go. Welcome back.
I can't tell you what it is. I'm sorry.
But that's all right. And that's how we keep going. We can
we keep it. That'll tell you about life. Stuff happens all the time. You just gotta keep going though. It don't matter. Keep going.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay.
Right. So we're gonna talk about hygiene. This is so funny. That's so funny you brought that up because I was watching the Strawberry Letters. Shout out Steve Harvey. Shout out,
I was listening to it too.
Hello. Oh, right. Which I don't care what nobody say. Those Strawberry Letters are thebomb.com.
Yes.
Because I just love her, the lady, and I just am like, okay, let's talk about. She has a great voice. Yeah. Anyway, maybe one day, God willing, she'll come on the show. Boom, putting it out there. So. She was talking about how this lady wrote, we're gonna be honest, she wrote about how, her husband, they can't be intimate because he stinks. And I'm like, wow. So I'm just saying, like,
I don't think he was her husband yet.
Oh, yeah, they were dating. Yes. They were older though. They were older.
In their 50s.
Yep, they were older than us. Not older in the world, but older than us.
Yeah.
So he was saying how he stinks and, how like he wants her to do certain things, but she's like, I will not until you go to the shower, do, that kind of thing. But she felt like she couldn't tell him or whatever. And she's like this, I can't be attracted to somebody who has low hygiene, which I don't know anybody who can be attracted to somebody who stinks, no shade, but who has hygiene issues. Now, we talked about this last season. If you have hygiene issues, it could be something that the doctor can fix. But it is important that in a relationship, if we in a relationship, I should be comfortable enough to say, hey, babe,
Yeah.
You want to go take a shower real quick?
Little onion breath, because clearly I love onions, garlic, right? So
You do.
if I'm on the first day, I know I'd be like, excuse me, you know, if it's a little strong, let me know, because that's just what I like. I might give me a little onion ring, something.
Right.
But I'm going to let you know, okay? Not on the first day, excuse me. Let me not say on the first day. Maybe a couple of days later, I'm going to start eating the stuff I like. Even if it's pasta, I love garlic, I love peppers, all that stuff. But I just watch myself and make sure I ain't all up in your face talking.
So I feel like, you know, we talking about the hygiene of that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he may have a problem, may not be aware, but there's also an issue with the lady. Like you said, if she can't communicate that, there's an issue with her being willing to stay around in a relationship of that manner and not be able to openly communicate and tell her dude, yo, this can't work out. You get your in the shower, like get in the shower.
Right away.
You ain't doing this. So, you know, there's an issue on the other side of that. So she wrote in and didn't understand and can't communicate. So there's some issues, you know, on both.
Well, no. Okay, this was the story, Maggie. She wrote in because she said when they first started dating, he was smelling good, looking good, all of that. As they got comfortable, about a year into their relationship, you know, spending the night at each other's house, things like that, she noticed he would come home from work and just be ready to get in the bed in just his t-shirt and the same drawers.
Gotcha. So
These those conversations need to be had. Like, hey, I like if you getting in my bed, you need to take a shower. Just came back from work. Like, I don't. Me personally, that's just I don't do that. Like, it's basically you just dirtying up your own bed. Like, you better
say you shouldn't get in the shower. Right. You should not take, especially with COVID now, but even more. But even then, you should not be like, oh, okay, yeah, I just was at work, whatever. Then I come home and be like, I'm gonna just lay down. Correct.
Yeah.
on
So
my
I
couch,
think
press on this flow. I even do my own child this way. When we come from outside, no man, we just sweat it. You the flow is good. I can wipe that right on. We ain't doing that. Don't.
But it's one of the things of what they did to get you. They need to continue that.
Sustain, yes.
You have to sustain. It's even more important when you get in that relationship, so we can keep this going strong.
But at the same time, like how much can you keep up going to work and then coming home from work not stinking? You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on what type of work you're doing. Like now you're taking that extra step to go and do all of this before you come home, then that's you. That means you're trying to put on. For me, don't put on. I need to know if you going to work and you come back smelling how you smell it, bruh. So I can tell you, bruh, I need you to go on with that. Gonna do something about that, figure it out, take a shower, do something before you come over here for us to go hang out. Okay? Like
I agree. Now, would you leave a dude? Okay, boom. Would you leave a guy that you felt like, oh my God, everything's great, oh my God, it's this, but he had the one issue of having hygiene issues? Would you not talk to him?
Gotta go. You gotta get it together. Like hygiene is important. You gotta get it together.
Gotta go. I said, okay. I will come to you as say, hey boo, this is what's going on.
Tell him. That's right. Tell him.
The third, now if you don't do it, bet deuces, because obviously it's not gonna work. Because you don't find no value in yourself to go see what that is, bruh. We good. That means when something happened to me, what you gonna tell me? Oh, girl, you good? No. I need.
Got you out there stinking.
Right.
And they're not telling you like, babe, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is vulnerability time. I'm gonna tell you the truth. One day I was dating somebody at the time, and I went over, after work. I had been doing so much stuff because I left from work and went over to stop by with him. And he was like, you don't smell like you don't have on your, like, what perfume do you have on, right? And I was like, what? I said, are you trying me? So I did it. I did, because I always take pride in my perfume selection. So I don't play them games, but okay. Shout out to Arlena Edmonds who hooked you up with fragrance. So I said, okay, whatever. And he's just like, oh, okay. And I had to make sure when he told me that, because it wasn't like you was thinking, but sometimes you smell like your day. Like sometimes, like if you're in the office and there's all these smells in the office or whatever, and it doesn't mean that you don't shower. It just means that, hey, you smell like you've been maybe, you know, in the office. You don't smell like as fragrant as the man would think you should be smelling. So I had to make sure I took it as, I'm not going to be defensive. I'm just going to say, oh, bet, you're right. Never happened again. One and done. Meaning like, like he never had to say that again. But, you know, it was important, though. We had that kind of relationship where he could tell me that. And I wasn't like, Negro, you don't. How about you?
Right.
I didn't, you know. So I think that's important. You just have to be, I mean, it happens to everybody. You're human. You're going to smell.
Right.
Now, you're not going to be ranked, but some people are more ranked than others. But, you know, if you're outside and you chilling, it could very well, like if I go outside, if I walk around the neighborhood and I come back in, I'm going to smell like the outside.
Exactly.
It just is what it is.
And it's about your approach too. You know, how they say it to you. You know, I think we all have great communication skills. So anytime you bringing up the issue of hygiene to the person that you love or that you're in a relationship with, it's out of love, because you don't want, you don't want them. That's just like, you know, if you got kids, I don't want you going out there looking crazy. You know, the way you dress, that's the same difference with that hygiene. I don't want you going out there smelling crazy, you know. And even on a friendship level, I always tell people, you know, your true friends will tell you got a booger in your nose, okay? They ain't gonna have you walking around, lipstick on your teeth, booger in your nose, hair looking crazy. They gonna fix it for you. That's love, okay? So if we bring this stuff, you know, as women, or if your man brings it to your attention, take it, you know, it's a grain of salt, and just say, oh, you're right. Let me go watch the day off.
You know what I'm saying? Or just prepare. Check this. Prepare and have your bag to refresh before you go, and think, that's unfair for you to be like, oh, you're supposed to love me the way I am. Oh, that's unfair. That's unfair.
Love you, but you go wash under them arms and wash.
Right.
Wash.
I mean, I
it's
think
unfair.
Like, within the relationship is important, because when you feel like I have to put on for somebody, you don't feel comfortable enough to say, hey, this is not even an issue, but hey, you might want to, you know, think about doing this, and that person won't be offended because they feel like in a relationship we could talk like that, like we're friends. I think that's why, another reason why friendship is definitely important, because you can have these conversations, and like, sometimes you might get offended because you just like, well, why are you telling me? But then after you're like the part behind the person, you're like, okay, I know where it's coming from. It's like, okay, I might need to go fix that.
Exactly.
My bad.
Yeah, right. But you know, and even looking at that, saying that's not a reflection of who I am as a woman. It's just that you had it don't even matter. It just happens. It happens to everybody. It happens to everybody. I think when you get the selfish idea of, what are you talking about me? Why are you saying that to me? Why are you doing that to me? It's not me, but it is me. It's not me. It's me in this moment, but it's not me. Like so you're gonna take it as, this man saying I stink. Oh, this man said I was. Oh, well, okay, bet then. All right, bet.
Right. You be a little embarrassed.
Because you feel embarrassed to hurt. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you be more embarrassed to hurt if he didn't say nothing?
Hello.
Right. And just talking to you and not communicate as to why he stopped talking to you.
And if he goes you, hello. If he goes you, like, man, she was I love you. I'm saying,
you probably said something about something completely different, and you
right.
You know what? I can't even talk about nothing.
So I was like, okay.
That's women, same thing.
Because fragrance does make a difference, guys. By the way, it ain't just women, okay? Because there's nothing more attractive than a man that smells amazing.
Honey.
Hug a man and he leaves his scent on you. Oh. Jesus.
Yeah,
I was in the store the other day, y'all. I was in the store. I kid you not. This man had walked by pushing his cart, girl, behind my back. And I was like, oh my gosh. Woo. Yes, I mean, it just do something to you. It leaves an impression. It really
does.
It does.
It does. That's why I guess I'm like, Tanya, that's happened to me too. I'm telling you. If I walk around, I'm sitting up here walking. Where was I? Oh, okay. Now hear me out. I was at I love thrift store shopping now, right? So I was at a thrift store, and the guy, he had on a mask, of course, so I didn't really see how he looked. But I saw his body. So, I was like, okay, good, whatever. This Negro walked up to me. I said, hello? From that point on, I'm telling you, I think it changed how I was acting. Here go my mama talking about, why are you acting like that? He smells amazing.
Oh,
and I will always keep it in my mind. So when if I go back to the thrift store and I see him, I'll be like, I'm gonna walk around him to smell him again.
Yes.
That thing smells
Yes. I'll be disappointed on the day that he does not smell like that fragrance and be like,
the day he forget.
Yeah,
right.
when he comes smelling like the thrift store, then I'm gonna be like, okay. I guess I'm not attracted. I wasn't attracted to the right thing. So.
Right.
But no, that thing right there smells good. Every time I'm just saying. So yes, it's the fragrance when they do leave it on you, when they just they hug you and you're like, oh my God.
Yes.
So guys, that's another way to get us on your side.
Yeah, get you thinking about it. Definitely.
Smell good. So anybody else have any other things to say about attraction and physical attraction, how important that is to you okay, if you had to rank from 1 to 5, here we go, on how important physical attraction is to you, let's hear the number and go. Ladies.
2.75.
What'd you say?
2.75.
Right. I was about to say it too.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be honest. In my mind, I want to say it matters a lot, but when I look at myself, and what has caught my attention, it's more so of a 2. Because even if you are a 5, you can't be a 5 that's all up in the mirror more than me. So,
right.
Yeah, because that doesn't. Yeah. So.
Okay, so Tanya's with the 2. Maggie, would you say the point what?
2.75.
So round that on up to a 3. Round it on.
Go ahead and round it. You're gonna round it, but see, I was gonna say 2.5, but see, I would have to round mine to 3 as well.
Round it on up to a 3.
3.
I'm a 3.
Okay, 3. And Tanya says 2.
I'm just gonna be
But listen, guys. Okay, prime example. I was at this beta club competition, like with the kids at a school. And I usually don't I didn't at the time like bigger guys. But I saw this big guy and I was just enamored. I was like, oh my God, he is fine. Then I said, well, I broke the chains of my shallow thinking. And I said, okay, it don't matter what you look like as long as, but he smelled good too. That boosted him up another point.
It's that hygiene that's attractive.
That's what it is.
Good.
Come in after.
Ain't nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna ask y'all this too. This just came to me. If you had one little thing that you liked about guys, like if he had this one thing, you'd be like, oh, wow, I love that about him. Like, okay, I'll start it. For me, I like when guys got their ears pierced. I know that sounds crazy. I know. But I love because I feel like when their ears are pierced, it brings up the level of like, okay. I'm telling you, when you're done with your earrings, it looks different on women. So it looks different on men. So,
hey, that's what you like, girl.
That is what I like. It don't mean I ain't gonna talk to you if your ears ain't pierced or force you.
Right.
But I love it though. Okay. What about you guys? I see you guys thinking.
I like a nice, clean haircut, fresh haircut, or a nice beard if you're bald headed. So like
a bald head, nice.
A fresh haircut be looking like, it just make them look good, honey. It just make them. Or if they bald head and got nice little facial hair, goatee, a nice beard, and it's not.
Them lines, that's probably what it is. Nice, clean cut lines. Okay.
Next, Cherie, what you got?
First thing came to mind was height.
Okay.
See?
Look, I guess because I like to wear heels, and most men that I know that are short are very, they get a little.
Have a little complex.
Girl, that be like girls with heels.
Confidence, and I'm just like, I don't mind you being short as long as you can handle me with my heels. That's all I'm saying. Because I like
the shorter dudes I've dealt with love to talk. They be like,
they do all of the
I think it's because I'm naturally short. So when
Right.
I put on heels, they have to adjust. It's like, oh, snap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I just right now it's hype. I like it. I mean, I'm not saying if you short, I would date you because I would. I'm just saying I wear heels, okay? So just don't get in your feelings. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. And
okay, so for me, mine's a little out there. It can be a little shallow because it's something I don't get to see often. But this, I always tell people this because I used to work in the gym many years ago. And so of course, people who came in the gym that I worked at, which was on base, and they were, majority of them were in shape and had, muscles, and were kind of just working on toning themselves and things like that. So I really started to look at different features that would attract me to a man that were not like everybody else. And I will always say the one thing that I found that caught my eye was a nice back. Weird, right? But because in my mind, or what I saw, maybe it was the gym that I worked at, and even when I see men who they're so more worried about having abs and a chest, and you neglect your back.
Okay, girl.
Right, because I guess you always think people see you from the front, or they so big on being muscular with their arms or their legs, but your back just look, So that's my thing. A nice back that, when they doing them pull-ups, and you get them wings coming. Oh, girl, okay. But again, I can't see everybody back unless we like if I on the beach or something. So I'm like, okay, that's what I'm attracted to, but I never get to see it unless I'm like on the beach or something like that. So kind of crazy, right?
Right.
I know.
No.
I know.
Okay.
So
I got you. Like, okay.
So when I do see it, it's like yeah.
Like a dark-skinned brother with pretty white teeth. Jesus.
Oh, yes.
Sir, you are winning. By the way. I mean, all y'all should have pretty teeth anyway, okay? But just saying. That right there.
I like them chocolate too.
You do love chocolate.
I do. I'm talking about like chocolate, dark chocolate, not a little caramel brown. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even though I like them all, don't get me wrong, I like them all, but hey, like a little peanut butter here, a little caramel, but
Okay, so then this is the last question. So you just brought it up. Okay, so complexion. Do you have a complexion that you are initially attracted to? Like, I like guys who are.
So I thought
like a type. You mean like a type?
Like, is you brown skin? Like some people like brown skin, some people like dark skin, some people like light skin, some people like, even though we just said at the beginning of the show, it don't matter.
She loved the light skinned man, and I always thought I liked the dark skinned man.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I looked at my aunts, like my mom and all her sisters, and I was like, all they men are dark skinned. So maybe it was like a, right. But I like them all because I feel like that caramel complexion. I feel like if I look at my past, it's either complexion, a little lighter caramel, or if I look at my prom pictures, y'all, everybody was yellow. I was like,
they was yellow.
I'm like, where did all
light skin brothers
from?
Yeah, you was loving the light skin back in the day.
But I've loved dark skin too. So I was like, but all my prom pictures, I went yellow.
Yeah, it's the track record.
Your track record was light.
I like all though. I don't have a preference.
Okay, so you don't have one. Okay, Tanya, you said caramel brown.
No. Me is dark skin.
Oh no, she does like dark. She does like
dark chocolate. But let me throw this out there too. Okay, let me throw a disclaimer out there. Just because we saying what we like does not mean we don't like anything else. Let me throw that out there. Just because I'm saying what catches my eye does not mean I don't like a little white chocolate, that I don't like, anything else.
Correct.
So, both. Throw that out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cherie, you said light. Well,
but then
said tall. So, what color?
But then again, okay.
Or hue.
So my track was some light bright,
Yes.
chocolate, dark skinned African. Okay, so
Right.
it started off light, it ended up
Mhm.
dark, but I really don't have a preference anymore. I like all. Okay, if I find you attractive. I've seen some
Mhm.
skin. I said, that's nice though.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like men. Now, when it comes to like, I say this, I'm more attracted to contrasting. So say you're a redhead and you're like light skin. Oh, yeah, I like that. Or say like you're dark, and like you said, white teeth. Like I like the contrast of people in general. So that's what's attractive to me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what it
We
is.
like them all.
We do.
all.
We do like them all. We do like them all. And our dating track record, we've had, I've had more brown.
Like the brown.
Like, I mean, brown or, but that on mocha, that's nice. The whole caramel mixed with the chocolate, that's like the coffee, that's nice. But I don't have a reference. I mean, I really don't. As long as you find to me, and that could be so many. It could be your cheeks. It could be your facial stuff. Your attributes in your face. Oh, but you must have a clean. Like I'm telling you, your hair got to be nice. That's all I'm gonna say. If your hair long, yeah, you got to have a ponytail, brother. Your nice ponytail. Slick it back. The braids, not my type.
But you like dreads, so.
No, I mean, but see, the thing about when the dread, okay, well, locks, So if they get locks, they have to be, I'm not lying. Some guys, they clean cut with their locks. They get the edge up. They make sure it's tight. And that is attractive because you took the time to be like, dang. You know what I mean? That makes people who don't even like locks.
Yeah.
Because of how you look and how you presented it. So, I mean, I like clean cut, whatever. But if you want to do the long hair, it probably won't last too long. But okay, just make sure you tame it. Don't just be looking, kind of like you ain't do nothing. You woke up and was like, all right, I'm ready to go. I don't do that, so you shouldn't do that. But anyway, okay, as we end, is there any last things we want to say? And I will tell you guys what's going to happen next week. Anybody else have anything to say about what you attract? No, because we didn't talk about what we attract, but what we are attracted to, what we like, how important physical is to you. Does anybody else want to say anything about that before we get on out of here?
We good.
Good. All right, hallelujah. Thank you guys. This was a great show as always. Next week, we're going to talk about romance in the workplace. Do you like it? Is it for you? Is it not? How you feel about it? In education, if you say, oh, well, are you going to involve with the child's daddy? In education, are you going to be involved with the other teacher? Are you okay with being involved? You work in the corporate, you're going to be involved with your boss? You're going to be involved with your coworker? I mean, I'm just saying, we just want to talk about that. Romance in the workplace. Does it work? Does it not work? Is it for you? Is it not for you? As always, we love when you guys write comments. Please continue to write comments about what you want to see, what you like, all those things. Follow us on Instagram. The same tag, okay? The Wedding Game Chapter 35. And you need to follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook on our page. Send us some love as we send love to you. Please stay safe in these times. And we are going to leave. Bye, y'all. Have a great weekend.
Peace.
Bye.